Hey guys, welcome to the Simplify Your Life podcast. It's Coach Simona and I'm glad you decided to tune in. What's up guys? In today's podcast episode, we're going to discuss what to do if you get fired. And I will give you actionable steps that you can take right away and create a strategy on how to handle the situation in your next job interview. Now, let's jump right into it. No matter how qualified, experienced, or confident you are, losing your job can be a stressful and traumatic event. So, how can you recover? Let's start with answering a few questions. Question number 1. Why did you get fired? I know it must be hard for you to look at the situation objectively, but in most cases, you don't get fired overnight. Let's make a note that there is a difference between getting fired and being laid off. This podcast episode is all about the first case, because being laid off has nothing to do with your overall performance. You can get fired, on the other hand, when your performance is unsatisfactory, you don't seem to fit into the company culture, or your employer perceives you as harmful to their reputation in one way or another. If you got fired, there must be a reason for it. To get the best out of the situation, you need to be honest with yourself. Remember the feedback you got. Look at it objectively and understand what behaviors caused you trouble. Question number 2. Has this happened before? Is this the first time you got fired, or do you notice a pattern? If it is the first job that ended so abruptly, there is a good chance you didn't fit into the company's standards, or did something offensive and harmful. However, if this isn't the first time, there's a probably bigger issue in hand. Did you feel unappreciated? Or did your boss treat you badly? Did you snap at them or cause the scene in a meeting? It's important to be honest with yourself and really get to the bottom of this. Question number 3. Are you satisfied with your career? Forget about this particular job. What about your whole career? Does doing what you do make you happy? Do you feel fulfilled by it? Are you willing to go find another job in this field? Or are you secretly dreaming of starting something new? Sometimes getting fired can turn out to be a real blessing. A friend of mine, who was a successful attorney, got fired a couple of years ago, and he decided to take a shot in entrepreneurship. He used his passion towards e-commerce and founded a company. Now he has the financial freedom to work with great people and travel the world whenever he wants and has never been happier. Of course, that's not always the case. And I'm definitely not suggesting that you should change your career. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's focus on some actionable steps that you can take to recover from the fall. First, get in touch with peers. Like it or not, networking is one of the best ways to land a good job. Sometimes the best positions don't even have job posts. Reach out to your LinkedIn connections, your Facebook friends, and previous colleagues. Ping them in a relevant and personal way that you're currently looking for a challenging opportunity in your field. It's important not to feel like an imposter. You deserve to find a place where you feel like you will make a contribution to the world. So be bold. Second, turbocharge your CV. Make it distinguishable. Make sure to list all of your successes in your previous roles. Include any big projects. Understand your strengths and focus on them. You don't have to state the reason for your last termination. This is something you would want to address in person, and only if they ask you about it. Third, improve your skills. While you're looking for a new job opportunity, don't just sit and wait. Sign up for an online course, get a certification, or read that business book that you've been putting off for a while. Being busy will help you escape the overanalyzing state, which is very common to happen in similar stressful situations. Becoming a better version of yourself will not only keep you busy, but will also help with your confidence. You will feel more at ease for future interviews, which will inevitably impress the person sitting in front of you. But let's dive into one of the most common questions: how to approach my I got fired situation in an interview. You can do lots of things, but one of the most important is to remain calm, no matter what. If this interview doesn't work out, there will be other opportunities along the way. so don't stress too much about it. Now, let's focus on the possible scenarios. Scenario number 1. The interviewer asks about your previous job, and they want to know how it ended. Your best strategy here is to be honest but polite. Tell them what happened without blaming your boss or yourself. I can't tell you exactly what to say, because it depends on the situation and the reason you got fired. But what I can tell you is that if you lie on your interview, there is a very high possibility you won't make it in this company. Sooner or later, the truth will come out. So be honest upfront. Scenario number 2. The interviewer doesn't ask about the way your previous job ended. Should you say something about it then? No. If they were really interested in it, they would have definitely asked you. You have no obligation to tell them. I hope this podcast episode helped you in some way. Now it's your turn to take the next step. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out on my weekly podcast episodes. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.